Welcome to Wonderslate. Subscribe to our YouTube channel for more updates. Topic for today's quiz is Cell, the unit of life. Question number 1. The concept of omniscellular e-cellular regarding cell division was first proposed by Option A. Theodore Schwann. Option B. Schleiden. Option C. Aristotle. Option D. Rudolf Virchow. The correct answer is Option D. Rudolf Virchow. Rudolf Virchow proposed the concept of omniscellular e-cellular, i.e. all cells are derived from the pre-existing cells. Schleiden and Theodore Schwann jointly put forward the cell theory in 1839, but this theory did not explain how new cells were formed. Question number 2. Which among the following are the smallest living cells, known without a definite cell wall, pathogenic to plants as well as animals and can survive without oxygen? Option A. Bacillus. Option B. Pseudomonas. Option C. Mycoplasma. Option D. Nostoc. The correct answer is Option C. Mycoplasma. Mycoplasma is the smallest living cells. It does not have definite cell wall. It is an anaerobic organism and it causes diseases in plants, little leaf of brinjal as well as in animals, pleuromorphic pneumonia in man. Question number 3. Select the mismatch. Option A. Gas vacuoles, green bacteria cells. Option B. Large central vacuoles, animal cells. Option C. Protists, eukaryotes. Option D. Methanogens, prokaryotes. The correct answer is Option B. Large central vacuoles, animal cells. Option B is mismatched. Animal cells do not have large central vacuole. Instead, these have 2 to 3 small vacuoles. The presence of such large central vacuoles is the characteristic feature of plant cells. Question number 4. Which one of the following is not an inclusion body found in prokaryotes? Option A. Phosphate granule. Option B. Synophycean granule. Option C. Glycogen granule. Option D. Polysome. The correct answer is Option D. Polysome. Polysome is not an inclusion body found in prokaryotes. Inclusion bodies are non-living and non-membranous structures lying in cytoplasm, whereas polysomes, polyribosomes or ergosomes, are cluster of ribosomes bound to mRNA molecule which are helpful in translation. Question number 5. Which of the following is always absent in prokaryotic cells? Option A. Ribosome. Option B. Mitochondria. Option C. DNA. Option D. Cell wall. The correct answer is Option B. Mitochondria. Prokaryotic cell does not contain membrane-bound organelles including mitochondria. The prokaryotic cytosol contains many enzymes which carry out respiratory processes. Ribosomes 70S, circular DNA and cell wall made up of muramic acid are present in these cells. Question number 6. The primary cell wall is mainly made up of Option A. Lignin. Option B. Pectin. Option C. Cellulose. Option D. Protein. The correct answer is Option C. Cellulose. Primary cell wall is mainly composed of cellulose, which is a polymer of carbohydrate. Secondary cell wall is composed of lignin, while the middle lamella is rich in pectin. Question number 7. Which one of the following does not differ in E. coli and chlamydomonas? Option A. Ribosomes. Option B. Chromosomal organization. Option C. Cell wall. Option D. Cell membrane. The correct answer is Option D. Cell membrane. Cell membrane does not differ in E. coli and chlamydomonas. It is structurally similar in both eukaryotes and prokaryotes. Question number 8. The cell theory is not applicable to Option A. Algae. Option B. Fungi. Option C. Viruses. Option D. Lichens. The correct answer is Option C. Viruses. Cell theory is not applicable to viruses because they are acellular, i.e. they do not have cellular machinery. Question number 9. Robert Hooke used the term cell in the year. Option A. 1650. Option B. 1665. Option C. 1865. Option D. 1960. The correct answer is option B. 1665. Robert Hooke used the term cell in year 1665. He found the honeycomb-like structures in piece of cork with a number of box-like compartments and named these compartments as cellulae, which means cells. Question number 10. Plant cells normally lack. Option A. Ribosomes. Option B. Golgi bodies. Option C. Centrioles. Option D. Cell membrane. The correct answer is option C. Centrioles. Plant cells normally lack centrioles. These are minute submicroscopic, subcylindrical structures occurring in most of the animal cells. These are required to form basal bodies, cilia, flagella and astral spindle poles. Question number 11. Detailed structure of the membrane was studied after the advent of electron microscope during option A. 1930s. Option B. 1950s. Option C. 1970s. Option D. 1990s. The correct answer is option A. 1930s. The detailed structure of the membrane was studied only after the advent of the electron microscope in the 1950s. Question number 12. Which one of the following organisms is not an example of eukaryotic cells? Option A. Escherichia coli. Option B. Euglena verdiris. Option C. Amoeba proteus. Option D. Paramecium caudatum. The correct answer is option A. Escherichia coli. Escherichia coli is not an example of eukaryotic cells. It is a prokaryotic cell. Euglena verdiris, Amoeba proteus, Paramecium caudatum are all examples of eukaryotic organisms. Question number 13. Vital stains are employed to study. Option A. Living cells. Option B. Frozen tissues. Option C. Fresh tissues. Option D. Preserved tissues. The correct answer is option A. Living cells. Vital staining is employed to study living cells. It is the staining technique in which structure of living cells are stained either in vivo or in vitro. Three most widely used vital stains are Janus green B, neutral red and methylene blue. Question number 14. Comparing small and large cells, which statement is correct? Option A. Small cells have a small surface area per volume ratio. Option B. Exchange rate of nutrients is fast with large cells. Option C. Small cells have a large surface area per volume ratio. Option D. Exchange rate of nutrients is slow with small cells. The correct answer is option C. Small cells have a large surface area per volume ratio. Comparing small and large cells, statement C is correct. Small cells have a large surface area per volume ratio. Other statements are incorrect. The correct information regarding these statements is as follows. Large cells have a small surface area per volume ratio. Exchange rate of nutrients is fast with small cells due to large surface area per volume ratio. Exchange rate of nutrients is slow with large cells as they have small surface area per volume ratio. Question number 15. Cellular totipotency was first demonstrated by option A. F.C. Stewart. Option B. Robert Hooke. Option C. T. Schwann. Option D. Av Leeuwenhoek. The correct answer is option A. F.C. Stewart. Concept of cellular totipotency was first demonstrated by F.C. Stewart, 1965, but was stated by Haberlandt in the year 1902. Cellular totipotency is the ability of a somatic cell to produce the whole organism. Question number 16. Cell theory was proposed by option A. Fierco, option B. Schleiden and Schwann, option C. Robert Hooke, option D. Barbara McClintock. The correct answer is option B. Schleiden and Schwann. M.J. Schleiden and T. Schwann, 1838-39 proposed cell theory. According to this theory, all living organisms are composed of cells and each cell is made up of small mass of protoplasm containing nucleus inside and plasma membrane outside. Question number 17. Fluidity of biomembranes can be shown by option A. Electron microscope, option B. Tissue culture, option C. Phase contrast microscope, option D. Fluorescent microscope. The correct answer is option D. Fluorescent microscope. Fluorescent microscope is used to demonstrate the fluidity of biomembranes. During the process, the object is stained with a fluorescent dye. The stained cell or its parts, when observed under ordinary microscope using UV light, appear as luminous objects. Question number 18. Which of the following are the properties of reserved cells? Option A. They are differentiated and have capacity of cell division. Option B. They are undifferentiated and do not have capacity of cell division. Option C. They are differentiated and do not have capacity of cell division. Option D. They are undifferentiated and have capacity of cell division. The correct answer is option D. They are undifferentiated and have capacity of cell division. Reserved cells, quiescent cells, are undifferentiated and have the capacity of cell division. For example, stem apical meristem, root apical meristem, vascular cambium, cork cambium, stratum germinativum of skin, bone marrow, zygote, etc. Question number 19. Which of the following techniques is used to determine molecular weight of proteins? Option A. Affinity chromatography. Option B. Thin layer chromatography. Option C. Ion exchange chromatography. Option D. Gel filtration chromatography. The correct answer is option D. Gel filtration chromatography. Gel filtration chromatography is the technique used to determine molecular weight of proteins. It separates proteins solely on the basis of molecular size. Question number 20. Kappa particles are option A. Protozoans parasite whose multiplication is controlled by host metabolites. Option B. Viral particles capable of self-perpetuation in host cytoplasm. Option C. Endosymbiont representing gram-negative bacteria species. Option D. Submicroscopic granules formed by the folding of naked DNA. The correct answer is option C. Endosymbiont representing gram-negative bacteria species. Kappa particles are endosymbiont representing gram-negative bacterial species. These are self-replicating cytoplasmic symbionts containing DNA. They are present in paramecium and associated with the production of poisonous substance used for self-defense. It shows cytoplasmic inheritance. Question number 21. Assertion A. Eukaryotic cells have the ability to adopt a variety of shapes and carry out directed movements. Reason R. There are three principal types of protein filaments: actin filament, microtubules, and intermediate filaments, which constitute the cytoskeleton. Option A. Both A and R are correct and R is the correct explanation of A. Option B. Both A and R are correct, but R is not the correct explanation of A. Option C. A is correct, but R is incorrect. Option D. Both A and R are incorrect. The correct answer is option A. Both A and R are correct and R is the correct explanation of A. Option A is correct. Eukaryotic cells have the ability to adopt a variety of shapes and carry out directed movements because they have a network of protein fibers that support the shape of the cell and anchor organelles to fixed location. This network is called cytoskeleton, which is made up of actin filaments, microtubules, and intermediate filaments. Question number 22. Robert Hooke thought about the cells that: Option A. Something similar to veins and arteries of animals for conducting fluid. Option B. Smallest structural unit. Option C. Smallest functional unit. Option D. Unit of heredity. The correct answer is Option A. Something similar to veins and arteries of animals for conducting fluid. Robert Hooke coined the term cell 1665. He thought about the cells as something similar to veins and arteries of animals. They were filled with juices in living plants which help in conducting fluids. Question number 23. The statement omnis cellulae e cellula of Rudolf Virchow has been taken from his book. Option A. Cellular pathology. Option B. Cellular potency. Option C. Micrographia. Option D. Scala naturae. The correct answer is Option A. Cellular pathology. The statement omnis cellulae e cellula has been taken from Virchow's book, Cellular Pathology. Virchow published his classical book Cellular Pathology in 1858. Question number 24. Naked DNA without histones is found in Option A. Prokaryotes. Option B. Eukaryotes. Option C. Protozoans. Option D. Coelenterates. The correct answer is Option A. Prokaryotes. In prokaryotes, naked DNA without histones is present. It is often called as genophore, nuclear body or nucleoid. It is equivalent to a single naked chromosome and is therefore also called as prochromosome. Question number 25. Which is not true about prokaryotes? Option A. DNA is complexed with histones. Option B. Well-developed nucleus absent. Option C. Mesosome present. Option D. Mitochondria absent. The correct answer is Option A. DNA is complexed with histones. The statement in Option A is not true about prokaryotes. In prokaryotes, DNA is naked without histones. Rest statements are true for prokaryotes. Question number 26. Which of the following enzymes helps in crossing plasma membrane? Option A. Protease. Option B. Pepsin. Option C. Dehydrogenase. Option D. Permease. The correct answer is Option D. Permease. Membrane proteins that speed the movement of solute across a membrane by facilitating diffusion are called transporters or permeases. Question number 27. Read the following statements and identify the correct option given. I. In prokaryotic cell, the nuclear membrane, chloroplast, mitochondria, microtubules and different kinds of pili are absent. 2. In eukaryotic cell, the nuclear membrane, chloroplast, mitochondria and pili are present. 3. In prokaryotic cell, the ribosome is of 70S type and in mitochondria of eukaryotic animal cell, the ribosome is of 80S type. Select the correct answer using the codes given below. Option A. 1 and 2 are incorrect, 3 is correct. Option B. I is correct, 2 and 3 are incorrect. Option C. 1 and 2 are correct, 3 is incorrect. Option D. 1 and 3 are correct, 2 is incorrect. Option E. 1, 2 and 3 are incorrect. The correct answer is Option C. 1 and 2 are correct, 3 is incorrect. The option C is correct, i.e. statements 1 and 2 are correct, while statement 3 is not. The correct statement is as follows: ribosomes are 70S type in prokaryotes, while it is 80S in eukaryotes. In mitochondria and chloroplast of eukaryotic cells, 70S type of ribosomes are found. Question number 28. Which of the following maintains continuity between the water and lipid phases inside and outside the cells? Option A. Cell wall. Option B. Lecithin. Option C. Cell vacuole. Option D. Cell membrane of woody plants. The correct answer is option B. Lecithin. Lecithin maintains continuity between the water and lipid phases inside and outside the cell. It is the major phospholipid which is produced by smooth endoplasmic reticulum. It is also called phosphatidylcholine. Question number 29. The term protoplasm was coined by option A. Fierco. Option B. Purkinje. Option C. Dujardin. Option D. Collier. The correct answer is option B. Purkinje. Purkinje coined the term protoplasm. It is a complex, granular, elastic, viscous, colorless material comprising the living part of a cell, including cytoplasm, nucleus and other organelles. Dujardin discovered the protoplasm unnamed as sarcode. Thank you for watching the video. If you'd like practice this quiz, then download the Wonderslate app now. Link in the description below. If you have any suggestion for us, feel free to leave comments. If you liked the video and want to see more of it, hit the thumbs up and don't forget to click on subscribe button to get more updates of the future videos.